Well, we got shoved into a box again, so it's time to survive for maybe 5 minutes, but we already took a hit, so it might not happen right away. At least this is a full release of the game, so we should be able to get to 5 minutes here. Which, if you remember last time, we only survived for a minute 25. But we were also kind of limited on upgrades, so the game was cheating. We just improve our speed a little bit, and then move our large greenness through all the corners. Oop. Trying to avoid. We're not fast enough. It's a bit too claustrophobic yet. But at least we are still getting currency to improve our speed even more, and then that lets us expand the box in the future. Or at least, you know, tease the possibility of expanding the box. So we just gotta run through this a couple more times, get to the same point, and man, the dodges get like pixel close. And oh, we're actually doing better now than we were before. This is looking very good. Ooh, that was way better. Even if we can't see the timer, not even close. You don't think I don't know that? I think I said that right, but improved speed is maxed out. So now we don't have enough. Don't worry about it. We are as fast as we can possibly be right away. And by possibly, I mean we don't have the other speed upgrades unlocked yet. I remember some things from last time, but we just need enough to expand the box once, and I feel like that's gonna be such a huge help. Maybe. That was terrible. We're just gonna go through this a few more times. Hopefully have a good run like we just had, but that is not happening here. Don't worry about it. So we get close to 50 again, and then that lets us expand the box again and get some more health. So we should be able to take what, 4 hits now instead of just 3, which is definitely improving our time out of sheer attrition. And then where's the timer? There it is. Need to improve health a little bit more, which it is kind of funny seeing the boxes expand every time. But the more hits we survive, the longer the time we get by default. Just need to get into the zone so we can see the lines that are being crossed here by the things. But we did get 42 on that run. That was pretty good. And then one more, and then there's the timer. Now we get to see how bad we are at this in real numbers. And we get the manual, just because it unlocks a lab in the future. It is crazy to think that a minute of this was a Herculean effort of its own, but we did get, okay, our best time was 26 seconds. That might have been the one we just had. But let's expand the box, and that doesn't progress the lab. I guess we need some things here. Slowly regen health. I forgot about that one. And if I remember right, once we get to 30 seconds, then we'll be able to get a new resource. As long as, wow, we are terrible at this. I'm roping all of you into my lack of skill. There's the new resources. Oh, but we didn't get one. I got distracted by shiny green things. We need attraction. There we go. So the next time they'll show up, we should actually be able to collect them. Provided, oh, we survived to that point. Just a little bit more. Can we get one of them? Ooh, wow, we are very not close enough. Expand the box, and we can get invulnerability time on hit? Oh, definitely. Even if it's for 0.05 of a second. That's pathetic, because we still get hit twice right away anyway. But if that could be cranked up to a second of time, then that would be a huge benefit. But I feel like the maximum is only gonna be half a second. Even so, that would be beneficial. So we can get it to a 1/10 of a second, but it's already halfway up, so it might be just a 1/3 of a second or a 1/4 of a second. Hopefully there's more upgrades of this. Less invulnerability cooldown. There's an invulnerability cooldown? It is good to see more upgrades, but some of them also make me question why they're there. Like, why is my invulnerability on a cooldown? Just let me tank this. But we are absolutely working our way to 30 seconds this time at least. There's one there, not close enough. That one was, yes! Now we got the green resources, which, surprise, surprise, we need to unlock the lab, but we still need to get to that point of getting this upgrade. But we can also use it to get more income, so we're definitely gonna use this. That should get us more speed and box expansion upgrades easier, which we do pretty well sometimes. Never mind the hit we just took, we don't talk about it. Or the fact that the invulnerability goes out before we even can think about tanking a hit for free. We also need more attraction speed to be sure, but also more range I would certainly like. But also expanding the box all the way for this node and improving the magnet range. That's gonna help. The fact that it expands in real time every time we start this is a little interesting. I'm pretty sure in the demo it started at the size that it was upgraded to, and it only expanded when you bought the upgrade, but it is kind of cool to see regardless, especially when we get more of them and it just blows up like a balloon. There was certainly like a shield at least, but I guess the only shield we get is more hit points and more. So that's maxed out. And then I guess more invulnerability time, which does progress us towards getting more speed, but I would certainly like to reliably get to 30 seconds, which being already halfway dead before we even get there is not a vibe. Now, the main thing I'm hoping for is that there is going to be more upgrades past the ones that were in the demo. Or else this is gonna be just as difficult as before. But what? That was bad. Getting caught in a corner with 3 of them coming at me. Little angry Cheerios. Oh, but there's 1, 2. We got 2 pluses that time. So that helps get more income. And then if we get more, we can multiply that income. But we're not there yet. More attraction range. And now we unlocked the lab. Maybe we should focus this. As many runs as it takes to get 10 pluses. Okay, we're closing in on 30 seconds again. Never mind how much health we're losing. Ooh, that one's still too far away. Okay, we won't worry about it and just take the one, I guess. But we did get 171 of these angry Cheerios. Now, we could also start putting some of this towards regenning health, but I feel like improving the magnet range is more important. Since this is such a minuscule amount of health, it's not gonna help us at this point. I know it's one of those things where you have to invest in it, but it's like, I want the lab first. Since the lab is what gave us fun abilities, like shrinking or slowing down time, so we can watch our death come at us in slow motion. But we get a few more things there. Oh, sticking to the corner to try and get those pluses is a bad idea for so long. But more magnet speed should help with that. Oh, I forgot that the pluses grow you. I mean, even if we weren't growing, I feel like our survivability at that point is kind of the same. Thankfully, if we lock in, we can get to 30 seconds without taking a hit. So that was probably the best run yet. But okay, yep, the growth is still happening. And can't attract those pluses anymore, but we did get 3 that time. Although those ones that were far away are still annoying, so more magnet range and speed. So even with taking a lot of hits, we are still able to get to 30 seconds, which is good. Ooh, and we're able to pull pluses from that far away. Not that one. Get up to the corner, never mind. Got 4 that time? We got 4 that time, so now we're at 12. Time for the lab, yes! And we need 1,000 to get this. Wow, I forgot about that. But now we can see the other 2 abilities that we didn't get access to. And it looks like one of them is a shield. And maybe a repulsion? Or some sort of projectile clearing? I don't know, I don't speak enchantment table. But I think now we can start investing in regenning health. And less invulnerability cooldown, I guess, and more invulnerability time on hit. Now we have access to more speed. Is speed the key here, or is it a bigger box? How about both? Although 1,000 is still pretty far away if we just keep spending all of it that we have. So we should probably use the pluses to invest in better Cheerio currency. I'm more of a Frosted Flakes kind of guy myself. And maybe that's why they're angry, goodness. I didn't even realize our best time was 40 seconds there. But yes, multiply income, that's a huge boost right away. And we might as well max out the invulnerability on hit, which we don't even get a number anymore, so I don't know how good that is. But the regen is now something actually substantial. And why is this one all staticky? Oh, right, because we don't have access to the shrinking yet. It's been a while, okay, relax. But the multiplier is already doing huge numbers for us. And can't really pause long enough to see the, effect of the health regen. But there was some fun little sound effects there. Ooh, so the invulnerability is kicking in. That's good to know, and it lets us hit a new record. So even less vulnerability cooldown, or invulnerability cooldown would be even better. So it's 2 seconds? So the cooldown is 2 seconds. That's what that means, right? I believe so. More income. So now we're getting 8 every time. That should let us get to 1,000 easier. Although the fact that there were 2 other powers in the lab with question marks on it makes me think that maybe there is more than just, what were there last time, 3 resources? So it's gonna be an interesting little dance of juggling power-ups, but we are getting a lot of pluses this time. Ooh, there's a deflection. So that invulnerability cooldown is maxed to 2 seconds, and then more income, max out the range, and if we move slow enough, then the box is moving at a 1-to-1, or kind of a 1-to-1 with our cursor. But the invulnerability on hit, sadly, does not stick around very long at all. Is it like a second? I feel like it's only a second. But wow, we're still alive? That box is empty. 1 more run should get us to 1,000, unless we are really dumb. I would like a little bit more pluses, though, to boost our income. Although, wow, yeah, that growth is really apparent without upgrades. Oh, but there's 2 right there. Need them. Got them. We are getting so huge. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, the vulnerability, or invulnerability was there, but still not good enough. But here, shrinking tech. And that also lets us put a little bit towards getting a bigger box. And maybe a little more speed to match. Fewer easy bullets as new appear? What does that even mean? Is that like when we get further in and there's the enemies that home in on us? Maybe, but at least we can shrink now. Although, hopefully we don't need to use it before getting to 30 seconds. Just in moments like we're being trapped in a corner. So, sure enough, oh, should probably use it that time. And that time. Use it that time, not working very well. Learning curves. Ugh. Ugh. At least the invulnerability kept one of those hits away. More pluses? Wow. And the next research for the slowing down, we don't even have access to that resource yet. So we probably need more multiply income just to get more upgrades. And then a little more regen so we can get that maxed out to 0.2 every second. More max charge? Might as well. Ooh, we can get even smaller? I like that idea. Because right now we get to, what, like half of our size? And being conservative about the shrinking is pretty good before we get to 30 seconds. Hopefully we get to a minute here pretty fast, even though it really ramps up after we get to a minute. But I suppose that's where the other upgrades and power-ups come from. We are so huge, we need to get smaller. But that was a new record, 48 seconds. Reduces growth effect, yes please. Ooh, we can get the invulnerability cooldown even shorter? I like that idea. And then more speed to give us access to more health. And bigger box. Oh, not quite access to armor. Unless we improve magnet speed, then that gives us access. And I might as well get some more max charge for this shrinkage, just because it's basically our life support right now. And wow, that speed is looking smooth. Ideally, we can get to 30 seconds without needing the shrinkage. And it looks like we can do that this time. Oh, no, just barely. Does the speed change when we get smaller? I don't think it does, but somehow still getting hit. At least now we can get a little bit of armor and more of it. And there's another health upgrade there. I haven't even touched this one. But yes, more reducing the growth effect, which is going down. So I guess this is bringing it down to, instead of 3% growth, it's 2%. On the next one, it would be nice if instead of dodging all these, we get an upgrade that lets us just absorb them all, since they're a currency anyway. But if we can keep it to one hit every couple of seconds and we can get back to full, that was a quick grab on the plus. And then here comes a little bit more, so dodging is gonna be pretty difficult. But wow, we're still going. Gotta survive a little bit more. Invulnerability, need to come back. We're out of shrinkage and we are just huge. So this is kind of the end, but we're getting close to a minute. Can we get to a minute?
Nope.
We cannot, but 55 seconds. I'd say that's a pretty good improvement. We definitely got hit a lot more times, and we can afford to max out this more income bonus and then get more armor and more speed. So that's maxed out. It definitely seems like there's more upgrades than last time, and hopefully there's gonna be a second armor upgrade, because I know that the projectile that shows up after a minute is super deadly. Or if I could just get it to fully negate the Cheerios hits, then that would be awesome. Just tank every single one of them. But I don't think we get that luxury. Ooh, really careful dodging with the shrink. It's not working anymore. And we're out of it, so just take all the pluses that we can. We got one ding. Oh, I didn't even realize we set a new record there. Nice. I still have no idea what this means, but I feel like it's gonna help us once we get to a minute. So we should invest in it a little bit. Ooh, and there's more health regen. Sweet. For now, let's get more health and bigger box. So the box is actually getting pretty sizable right now. I wonder if at some point the bigger box is gonna become a little bit redundant because it's just gonna be more room than we need to maneuver. It's a nice little imagination thing to have, as getting more and more size to move is always gonna be appreciated, especially as we get huge from absorbing the pluses. Give me all these. We are tanking so much right now, goodness. Need to reduce that growth effect even more. Can we get it down to 0? It looks like we can get it down to 0. And more armor for sure. So now we could get more health on the next upgrade, but getting the armor up to 10%, I think is good. But before that, bigger box, and then go again. So the mix of regeneration and armor should mean that we can survive all these little Cheerios with ease, as long as we don't get too overwhelmed. And the shrinkage still being a factor is kind of annoying, but to be honest, we got to 30 seconds sooner than I realized. But we definitely could use more max charge on the shrinking ability, because we're getting close to a minute now and we still have most of our health. This is very good. Whoa, that was a lot of them. And that was a lot of them. We're not really getting use out of the invulnerability too much. We're almost dead, but there's a purple. Whoa, got it. There's 2 of them. Okay, so that's what we need to get more health regen over here, and the invulnerability cooldown here, and then more plus income, which is fine. And that's how we get both of these 2 abilities, but we still don't know about the last one. So there's a 4th resource that we don't know about yet, but we're only getting 2 of those right now. So getting the armor to 10% will help. And then we have another maxed out big box, and we can start to invest the pluses and gain an even bigger box. Is that worth it right now? I feel like yes, but I also did talk about getting more max charge here, so we'll definitely do that. And we can get even smaller. Is that only a one-time thing? It looks like it's only a one-time thing. Oh well, it'll still be a big help. And I guess since we kind of heal pretty good compared to the damage that we take, we might be able to put ourselves in a situation to tank one Cheerio when it gets crazy and then just dodge the rest. But we definitely can't make use of that too often because that's still a bit of damage when it's pretty frequent. And we're doing kind of worse now, but we're still on track to getting to a minute, maybe. Getting hit every second is not a vibe though. Just be small, and then, oh, gotta tank it. Invulnerability, there's a minute. There's another one there, and then another one there. 2 more at a time. Okay, even smaller. Oh, that isn't a one-time thing. Get more of it. And we could buy more max charge here, but we can't even use it. So maybe now investing in fewer easy bullets as new appear. It's still a weird wording, but I feel like it's related to the purple ones showing up. So the more purple ones show up, there's less of the Cheerios. And I wonder if getting better plus income means that the shrinking effect happens less often too, or at least it's not proportional anymore. But we can continue reducing the growth effect. Ooh, we can get it to 0. Very nice. We can make it so the pluses heal. Oh, that's huge. Definitely need that. That's gonna be a game changer. This is exciting. I like seeing new upgrades that weren't available in the demo, but they don't heal us yet. And they still make us slightly large, so we become quite the chunk. But at least we have good means of collecting them for when they start to heal us. Although I feel like it's a very small amount. I kind of forgot to look at the number. But that plus health regen should be good for us. Oh, we got exactly 1 purple that time at the very end. Okay, so it's a 2% healing. Although we need another upgrade, it looks like, to be able to get access to this one up here. More magnet speed, maybe. Okay, there's another one of those. That costs 20,000? You know what, we have 4,500 right now, so that isn't too far away. But certainly getting this max out? Sure. And then more health. Okay, so that did it. Ooh, we can reduce the bullet max speed. Does that mean they start slower too? So it seems like they might be starting slower? Or I'm just gotten so used to dodging them that they seem slow now. Kinda does seem like there is less of them already. Like we're up to 40 seconds and the number hasn't really increased too much. Still getting hit, but don't talk about it. Here I go, gassing up. There's less of them, and they're slower, and then still getting hit. But here's the purples now. Whoop, there's 2, 3, 4. Should be able to get to a slowdown pretty soon. 5. Did we just tank that one? I think we did. Okay, that was a really good time there. Not as terrible. An extra 8 seconds on the record or something like that. We got 9 of those purple things that time. That's huge. We could afford more health regen if we had access to that. More plus income, don't need that. Oh, and the slowdown costs 20. But we can max out the max charge here, become even smaller here, so that's maxed out. And then it can use less charge. But I do like the way this is going, fewer easy bullets, so another one there. And the box is so large that it seems like some of the pluses are spawning in the box, or at least directly next to it, so that makes him a little easier to pick up, but our attraction range is already so huge anyway. And now the purples are here, just gotta survive a little bit to get to 20. No, really? Even fewer easy bullets. So now we have access to this. And then is there anything else up here? I'm not sure, but we do need more health here to get to another speed upgrade. But I feel like this is the top of the tech tree here. There definitely is more upgrades that we will have access to. Now our record last time was a minute 25. So really, as long as we can beat that, then that'll be pretty satisfactory on my end. But I know the goal here is 5 minutes. Okay, so now there's the purples to get the slowdown. Give me that. See, that also slows down us too. There's also a time machine? Interesting. Is that like a prestige? It costs a new resource to get, so we don't have time for that yet. But here, less charge, increased charge regen would be nice. But I would like access to the one that we don't get slowed down as bad. At least we can get more health now, and then there's another one there. Okay, yeah, the reduced max speed, 250 of those, gross. Although, if the regen gets up to even like half of a health point. Oh, the sound slowdown too? That's crazy. Whoa, whoop. Dodge that, dodge, and then dodge. Very careful dodging with the purples. Definitely gets us more. Still not a record though, sadly. But we can max out this for 5% less easy bullets. Big box time. Is there anything else over this way? I hope there is at some point. And we need way more pluses to better improve our Cheerios income because those numbers are getting crazy big on the cost. So we could use the purples to improve the plus income, but I also know that we just get a little bit more, and then we can get that shield power up I think it's a shield. But man, the max speed is still kind of crazy, so they're definitely not starting slower at all. But we can start to use those to improve health regen by a whole half point. Is that what that was before? That might have been what that was before. But I still really want this plus healing. So I think we have to invest in more plus income now. So let's get more here, and then that almost unlocks this. Huge box. Break the box. Ooh, I like the sound of that, but we need that resource we haven't seen yet. And I forget, does it slow down the clock too? Yes, it does. I would like that to not be a thing. It also kind of makes me wonder, if we break the box, do the Cheerios still target us, or do they just kind of go all crazy and target everywhere? And slowing down doesn't seem to be that helpful, to be honest, until we can move without the slowdown. And then there's a blazing fast here. Learn to turn pages? Hold on, does that mean there's more stuff in the manual? But we'll still get more huge box bonuses there. Do we invest in some health regen now? That would help to unlock this. I think yes. Yes, even more armor. That's what I was hoping for. And then let's see if we upgrade this one. Does that get us the reduced slowdown effect? Not quite yet. Maybe that's past this one. But man, there is a lot of room to move here when the bullets are moving so slow. But they're not moving that slow for very long. Oh goodness. Whoa, surprised I dodged that. Yeah, shrinking is definitely more useful right now than the slowdown. I wonder if the other two abilities are things that you can swap out. In that case, I would definitely prefer a shield. Whip, whip. More dodging there. Very good, very good. This is working better. Ooh, invulnerability kicked in. But we're just good enough at dodging that we're only getting hit by one thing, so we can't even bank on it. But we did get a new record. And then, let's see, if we unlock this. Yes, learn to turn pages. More manual stuff. Yes. Oh, red text. Very tired, keep trying blue. So that's a new thing. It's blue. Dabba-dee-da-doo. And then friendly warning, and then... So these are all time-based, and we're not even at a minute 30 yet, goodness. But the shrinking is pretty clutch, so we definitely need less charge use here. Become tiny? That costs the blue. I've already made the joke once, I'm not gonna make it again. But we can increase charge regen now. But also, I hope the blue stuff shows up before 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Here's hoping we can get to maybe a minute 20, although wow, that was a lot of bullets right there. So at least we can get more health here. But multiplying the income here, I need it. So we are getting 20 to 30 little red Cheerios every time. Oh my goodness, the box was so empty there at the end. But we can get more health regen, so now it's up to a third. And that's paving the way to get more armor too. And then, okay, last time we'll spend the pluses for a while. Huge box maxed out, so now we need the blue resources to get that even further. And more health, so we're up to 15 health now. And there's still not this upgrade unlocked. So I bet if we invest in this one, then that'll branch down there. I like more things showing up. And this is a pretty sizable box right now. It's a little weird to think that this is as big as it gets before it just breaks. But we are getting new records. Wah! Get there to 20. Oh, we got the 20. And we don't even have access to the healing, but it is only 2%. That's annoying. What's also annoying is the fact that we can't get to it yet. So I guess we can invest in reducing the invulnerability cooldown at least once. Oh, I was hoping that would show something down here. But if we can't use that yet, like I thought we could, then we can still get more health. Up to 17? I think that's what's 17. And then more speed. It would be great if the speed can get to just a 1-to-1 with the cursor at like all times. Like don't even say more speed, just say matches cursor. And man, trying to tank the Cheerios in exchange for the purples is a much harder time. But we get hit 29 times before going down. I kind of wish there was a record here. Fewer easy bullets as new appear. Yes, we can use the pluses to get more armor. Oh, I love that idea. And more health. I almost wish that was health regen. And let's just keep improving this because now we have access to multiplying it if we get more purple bits. And then we'll increase the regen for the shrinkage, which does unlock the regen of the slow-mo. But I don't really like the slow-mo, so we're just gonna keep going this. Even slower time? I mean, maybe, but I don't really want to invest in this until we find possibly where we get the ability to not be affected by it as much. So a minute is looking pretty good right now. Still got a good chunk of health. Ow. Do the purples still do more damage? I guess I haven't noticed because I've also been getting armor and other things. And also, yikes. Wow. Okay, hold on. Pause. Take a time out there for a little bit. Whoop. And then do a little bit here. Okay, so it is still kind of useful for emergency panic situations. But here we go. More armor. Now, it doesn't look like there's anything happening over here, but we are getting closer to another fewer easy bullets upgrade. I wonder if there's a benefit to just parking this in a corner for as long as possible, because the new bullets just kind of fly in that direction. So we pause here for a little bit, and then we move, and then pause, and then move, and then pause, move. It's a little risky. It'd be great if we could get to a point where we could just park in a corner and then let the pluses heal us repeatedly. And certainly we are getting quite a few more purple bits. That's good. Oh, but not quite record. At least now we can get another fewer easy bullets upgrade down here, which does increase all the ones around it quite a bit, but we need one more. That's 12,000 that we need. So why don't we multiply the income here? So that's maxed out to times 5, and then more armor, sure. And now we have this upgrade right here. Is that worth getting right now? We are kind of passively saving up for first more armor and then also more healing here. It might be worth seeing if there's something new over here. Doesn't look like there is. So now we're getting 30 of the red Cheerios at once. One more purchase here, and now we can get more armor from the pluses, which we should be able to just do one purchase of this. And there's, ooh, reduce max bullet spawn rate. That would help. Now, if we buy this one with more health, oh, there's no more upgrades out here? I hope that's not the end of it. We're getting most of them, and I'm not ready to be done upgrading. But that does mean we are working our way down to the pluses being able to heal. It also makes me wonder how low the maximum spawn rate can get to. I'm hoping for something like 3. I would be very happy with 3. Just need to keep going at this a little more with the purples. We still have half of our health, but it also tends to disappear pretty quickly around this time. Like now. All those pluses would be such huge healing there. We matched our record, oh my goodness. But we should also probably focus the pluses a little bit more now just to get to that upgrade sooner, because it takes like 350 to get the armor upgrade now. And I guess now we can use the Cheerios to get more speed here, so I feel like that might be as fast as we can go. There also isn't too many more upgrades that we can really use the Cheerios for. There's more slow-mo things here. If we buy this, does that open another one? Okay, it does, using less charge. That's not nearly as good. And then let's go ahead and multiply the income here, because that also puts more points towards becoming tiny. Although I guess if we are moving fast, then that technically counts for the slow-mo affecting us less. I'm just low-key hoping there's an upgrade that lets the slow-mo not affect the clock. And I guess slowing down is useful just to find that narrow window we can escape through by shrinking a little bit easier. And we did get a new record that time, by an extra 2 seconds. And at least we have enough to get more armor here, which now that unlocks, ooh, invulnerability time on purple hit. Okay, I like the sound of that. But we also get the reduced bullet max speed here, which costs 250 of those purples. So yes, let's keep decreasing the easy bullets as new appear. Such a weird sentence still. And I guess we can, ooh, should we? We could do a little more health upgrades, so that would get us closer to this one, which is actually pretty cheap. And there's an enormous box upgrade around here. I thought this was gonna be the last one. So maybe there are more upgrades over here. We just haven't leveled them up enough. Definitely need more income here, but I feel like it is going to be a little bit of time before we're able to get enough of the purple things to unlock that speed upgrade, which gets us closer to the healing. In the meantime though, the armor is really benefiting here. Okay, now it's time for slow-mo as we are a hit from death. And I think the recharge cools down too. Oh wow, we matched our record that time. Okay, but now we do a little bit more health here, and now we can do invulnerability time on purple hits, so that already starts at 1/10 of a second. Not the worst start we've had with upgrades. And the fact that it only costs 5,000. That does not take very long to get at all. Or it did initially, now it's up to like 7, I think. This is gonna be close to the record, and oh, back to what it was. That's okay, more vulnerability time. So I guess if we kept buying armor, we could reduce the bullet rate here, which would also put towards this. I feel like that might be an easier path, especially since we can't boost the income of the purple just yet. Okay, I'm liking the way this is going. We haven't taken too great of damage yet as we approach our record. And there we passed it in slow motion. Is there something new at 1:30? Because we're about to, no, we were 1 second short. That was almost gonna be another entry in the book, even though I feel like this is just lore stuff, but why is it red? Well, anyway, more armor. And now we can reduce the bullet spawn rate. And I just realized we have enough purple for the research. for the shield, which I think we had earlier, but I kind of forgot about it. Aim around you to stop bullets right in their tracks. Upgrading it might be the key to progress further. So does that unlock new upgrades for us somewhere? Maybe, but not yet. Is this something we have to equip? I feel like it's something we have to equip. Well, then we might as well try to get 12,000 here to stop the spawn rate a little bit better. And you know what? I don't feel bad about burning the slow-mo for a little bit. So now we get this. Oh, we need like 2 more, if not 3 more. Also, there's another one. I am speed. Okay, before we forget, shield right here on the right click because I don't care for slow-mo anymore. Okay, so the shield is a right click. Oh my goodness, that is small. And it's like an activation thing. Oh, and to keep it active constantly drains. So it's kind of like an emergency thing, but we definitely need to upgrade it because that is way too small of a shield. Thankfully though, in the first minute, we don't need to use it too often. And what if I could just go like that and block everything? That actually kind of worked. And it doesn't reduce our ability when we block. It's only when we activate it and then sustain it. So if we can get the recharge time on that pretty good and consuming less energy on usage, then the shield can actually be pretty powerful. And the shield shrinks with us. Oh, great. I'd rather that didn't happen. That also didn't help our record at all. But here's more spawn rate there. Oh, we need one more. 20,000 for that. But at least we have enough pluses to comfortably get more armor. I want to save some to buy this right away. And I guess we could put another point here, see if there's something below. Not here, but it does unlock the possibility for a time machine once we discover the blue, which I do feel like this is a prestige of some kind. If I had to guess. What we keep on prestige, I'm not sure. Maybe the secret is swapping to shield when our shrinking energy is out. Like now? Never mind. Never mind. But we got 20,000 now. So another one here, and yes, we can finally heal from these things, and 4% of it. And there is more armor. How much armor can we get? Because that's 1, 2, 3 armor nodes that we can see now, and we can boost the plus income here. Does that income count for healing? I doubt it. But what if we upgrade more here? Is there another one? No, not that time. But let's get more health over here. Okay, that's maxed out. We can almost get the enormous box. And I guess less charge here? Or charge regen? One of the two, maybe. Let's go with this one because that gives this one available. Even though that doesn't really help us, but I feel like there might be upgrades past here that we need to upgrade this to get to. So we could try upgrading this once. Aha, players slowed less. We'll see where the shield upgrades end up. And in the meantime, more currency going up here for fewer easy bullets. And that's down to 12% less. That's a pretty sizable chunk, I think. But now, when we start taking damage, we should be able to heal reliably from the pluses. That's what I'm excited for. Not that we really, you know, see that in these early stages. Okay, it's not working. It's not working. They're moving too slow. They're moving too slow. Can't even reliably shield off of these. This is what I get for putting open things that only heal 4% at a time. And I'm guessing when this is all the way maxed out, it's only gonna heal like 10%, which is still a bit, I think, especially if we get all the armor that we have available. And also, a lot of those pluses are not helping us when they're so far away that they don't even get attracted. Just gotta, oh, 130, yes, we got it. New record, finally. So that's another page in the book. Oh, it's like an evil voice. Greetings, player. Aren't you tired of dodging bullets? Why don't you take a break and never come back? How about shush? I tried so hard and got so far. But we can also do a little bit more invulnerability time on hit here, maybe? Is that the one that's worth doing right now? I think yes. I was hoping that would at least open this up, but I guess not yet. Anyway, we can get more armor here, and now we have another box upgrade available. Does it just keep going this way, or is it... like, why is this one right here? And we are saving the pluses to boost the healing a little bit more. Come on, all those pluses, heal me up, very good. Getting close to our record again. Okay, doing a little better, doing a little better, doing a little better. We did quite a bit better that time. Okay, more enormous box. Nothing over here, that's sad. There must be plenty down here though that we're not getting access to. But at least we can boost more healing. And then one more of those lets us get more armor for 200 purples. Gross. Let's do another one here, so that unlocks this, and then if we purchase this one, max charge for the shield. Ooh, yes please. And using less charge. Now we're talking. So we're already doing quite a bit better than we did in the demo. But man, I really hope that blue stuff shows up after like 2 minutes. Cause it's definitely closer than 2 minutes 30 when that tooltip shows up. And man, I really hope one of those shield upgrades down in that area is shield size, cause this is ridiculous. But now let's charge. Oh, one more before getting this one. And we might have to max it out to get this one. But even still, armor here is maxed out, so our armor is up to 25%. 26%, give or take, but it can go even higher. At least we're able to consistently get to a minute and a half, right before everything starts piling up. And whoa, way better. Hold up, wow. I got lost in it for a moment. All right, this one seems like it'll be easier to do even though we have 12,000, so we'll just do that and then max charge here. Unlock challenges, what? Or maybe we should have done this one because that would have put influence towards using less charge here as well. But we can upgrade this quite a few times. Bigger shield, that's exactly what I need. At least we have more max charge here for the shield. So that, ooh yeah, activating it uses a lot less. I feel like it's only gonna get big enough to cover like a quarter of a circle, but if it can get to half, then that would be awesome. And it seems like the healing regen plus the plus healing is kind of keeping up with damage. It's not going down that much. Our health is anyway. But man, if I had a little more shrinking charge, this would be a lot easier. Maybe we just do this. Ooh, hey, that's working. That's working a little bit better. But then we take a lot of damage and then we have to stop doing that. Goodness. But there we go. Here and then, oh, we need more Cheerios for this. I guess we could also put some of those purple things towards invulnerability cooldown. Hold up, this makes the plus less visible? What's the point of that? I need to see them. We're doing really good at dodging the purples, but it honestly makes me wonder if we should be getting hit by the purples because of the upgrade over here. It is only for 0.3 seconds, and I don't know if it conflicts with the invulnerability that we get here being on a cooldown, but at least we have things that we can put towards using less charge, and then, oh, one more, but this also increases regen down here, so it does keep going down this way. That's a relief. I was worried this was the bottom, but here, more armor. And maybe we could get more health regen too? Yes, so that's maxed out. That might be as far as it goes, but we can also get more healing here, so it's almost to 1%. Or is that 10%? That's 10%. And now even less charge, and yes, bigger shield. That's exactly what I was wanting. Shield, oh, hold up, no way? Shielded bullets give the thing. Do I have to know what the thing is for it to give me that? I hope not. Doesn't matter, bigger shield. Oh, and there's a upgrade for the last of the science things that we can't afford. And now we can max out the armor over here. So the armor blocks 30%. And fewer easy bullets, sure, might as well max that out. And then do a max out here, which doesn't expand over this way. That's fine. Ooh, the bigger shield is a lot bigger already. I like it. This is only after like 2 upgrades. Might be able to block half of us now, but is it worth it to just keep holding it like that or just spontaneous activation? I feel like if we had better regeneration, it wouldn't be an issue, but I do like it a lot more now. It's just not helping us get new records. And now even bigger shield, and that's sadly maxed out now. Now we have to get around down in this way in order for the shielded bullets to give stuff, but we can still use less charge to unlock shield charge regen, which unlocks the shielded bullets thing. That worked out pretty well. So now the shield is, okay, it's about, what is that, a third? It's kind of annoying that some of these hits are so few and far between that the invulnerability doesn't even take effect all that well. But we also probably should block a little bit. Regen, hopefully. Nope, that's not working either. Okay, but now we can still get more charge here and more regen? Yes, and more. Ooh, huge shield. That costs a, I bet that's the blue thing, but the shield regen is maxed out, which is good. Just need to save up for the shielded bullets to give whatever that thing is. I hope it's the blue. I can't imagine it being anything else. And now we have enough for the bullets to give us something. And we still don't know what it is. I was low-key hoping that would tell us, but I guess we just have to go again and then block one thing. It's yellow. Well, what do I use that for? Here I was waiting for the shield to give me like some blue things because, you know, shield blue. But no, it's just these weird yellow things. At least there's a lot of them that we can get out of this, especially in the later stages. But I kind of do like just plinking the bullets right now. So I guess the question marks could have been for blue or something else like the yellow. We'll just have to see. Okay, now it's getting more intense. We can just keep the shield up at all times, I think, just for a few more of those things. We can get 50 at least in a run if we manage it right. But man, I feel like for us to reach 5 minutes, it's gotta be a careful balance of invulnerability, shielding, shrinking, all of it. And we got almost 100 there. So there are some upgrades that use the yellow, but some other ones still have the question mark. Oh, this is how we get the time machine. Okay, what does the time machine do? Or do I want a huge shield? We're 1 point away from that. All right, this thing's been here forever, so let's get the time machine, which is its own thing in the little hotbar down here. When enabled, speeds up time until it reaches its time limit. You will lose some of its effectivity each time you get hit. Interesting. So it lets us skip some of the action. Starting speed multiplier on game start when the machine is enabled. Percent of time that is converted to the thing. We could do that a little bit, so it's like half of the time. So let's see, if we do that now, and then spend a little bit here, and then simulate. So the clock is red now, and it is moving kind of faster. Is that helping our multiplier? I don't think it is. So what's the benefit of this? Because we still have to dodge everything. Hey, whoa. Oh, so that was the effectivity wearing off of the time machine. It's certainly interesting, but I'm still not sure what the point of it is. I guess it does go a little bit faster, but is it really worth it if we still have to dodge everything all the same? I mean, I guess we are to a minute in like half of the time almost. But dodging everything still when we get here, I don't think makes a difference. At least we can still get plenty of the yellow resources from the shield. Sure, just another thing I have to balance. Why not? And we still didn't get near our record, but now we can get a huge shield. Ooh, we can do that more than once. I mean, I guess we could keep investing in this to see if it gets to be better. I can certainly run for longer as long as we can dodge things. And I guess the speed multiplier would also help. I'm just not sure if the projectiles are speeding up as well, because if they aren't, then that would be huge. Oh, I think they were, because everything just slowed down. So now I'm just more confused about the time machine. It'd be nice if the purple things gave more. Although, actually they do. They give 3. Oh, okay, so that's huge. We should definitely be blocking the purples with the shield more then. But I certainly wish the shield would stick around longer, and now we need to just heal like crazy. Maybe, just need to survive until the shield comes back. Okay, we're reaching new territory here. Just a little bit longer. No! A minute 52. And then let's get more enormous box going on. And I think some more invulnerability time on hit, so we get this speed bonus available, but not the resource needed for it yet. And the shield is almost reaching halfway around. I like it. At least we can block quite a bit when we have half of it going one way and then quickly switch to another way as more bullets fly in. But of course we need more upgrades, so more huge shield time. I guess we can do one more bonus of that. So we can upgrade the hit penalty, or I guess reduce the hit penalty to 80%, and then sure, percentage of the time, so now it's half of the time of our best time that the time machine runs for. Ah, and this is where we increase the purple income. That's a huge help. I was worried it was gonna be the blue stuff. And now it looks like the shield is honestly about to cover more than half. And then shield up some more as we get close to our record. But man, the healing being blocked by the shield is honestly so disappointing. But let's get more income here. And that's boosting towards multiplying the purple income. More big box time. And we'll just have to rely on the health regeneration while we're shielded up, and now we shrink again. But we don't get all of our shrinking power back at the end of the shield, which is a little disappointing. But at least the regen for the shield is looking pretty good, so we can get a full burst out of that. Maybe that's just because it doesn't have as long of a duration as a shrinking does. But you know what? It's helping. It's helping. Just gotta survive a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit more. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We got 2 minutes. Yes! I don't even know if there was anything new there. That wasn't me. Please ignore it. It has been 43 years. You can't give up now. 43 years. Really? I guess the blue shows up at 230. So that would be the halfway point, which I guess makes sense. But hey, now we actually have enough to reduce max speed a little bit. Sure. And it looks like we can upgrade that a few times. I like it. And also reduce the spawn rate. Oh, now the blue thing can give us regen. I like it. And I guess there was this upgrade here the whole time for using less charge on the shrinking. And now we can become tiny with the yellow stuff. And this gives more blue income? We can't even know what the resource is yet. But how small do we get now? Might as well put some points in towards the time machine to be 65% of our highest time. So it can run for a minute 18 now. I'm kind of worried about that, to be honest, because trying to dodge purple things at a higher speed is not fun. And we already got hit. So it slowed down a little bit, but ooh, wow, we are very small. That should help dodge things, as long as we can keep up a good speed. But man, that's an entire 30 more seconds before we can figure out what that last resource is, if it's the last one. I was feeling pretty accomplished just to make it to a minute 30, let alone 2:30. Although I hear that is a good time to go to a dentist. But at least now the shield can use less charge and more big box. So we need all of this to unlock this, it seems like. But we are able to get quite a bit farther while retaining most of our health, which is good news. I just wish the healing would be a lot more cooperative and not be blocked by the shield so often. Come on, no, but we did get more time that time. You know, why don't we get more armor? Because all of that's down here. Ooh, even more cooldown reduction. Just need to keep collecting the purple things with the shield, and then we can get pretty close to hopefully getting another shield upgrade, but it is still taking quite a few times. At least there's fewer easy bullets as new appear here, which still doesn't make sense, but then another enormous box here, that's maxed out, and now the breakup box is available as soon as we get this resource, and we can still become tiny, but is that the one that's worth getting? Because it still takes a great deal of it. I think we can get that so it maxes out. So now we're as small as we can get. It's as small as the crosshair. But man, oh man, 2 minutes is still quite a challenge to get to reliably. Just gotta keep juggling both of the things for a while and then let the healing come in while we're tiny, maybe? That's not working either. That's not working either. That's not working. We are getting new records, but oh man. Oh, I didn't even realize this wasn't maxed out. So now it's at 10% healing on the pluses. And I guess we can get more purple income here. So it opens the way for this one. And then more armor. So the armor is kind of getting close to half. And then fewer bullets upgrades here. Do we even have the last one maxed out? I think we do. But how about more invulnerability time on a purple hit? So that's at half a second of invulnerability if we get hit by a purple, which I feel like is very good. So we could maybe tank the purples just for that invulnerability. And man, you wonder why I can't get through the time machine time fully without getting hit. Like, we can't even get through the full minute that we have without getting hit. So there's 2 minutes now, but we are about to die. Can we at least get a little bit more of a new record? It looks like we can. Just barely. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is different. Why don't you give up? But let's multiply the income here. So now it's doubled, and then we can still reduce the hit penalty to below half, so we can survive 3 hits, and I guess speed it up. This seems like a bad time, but might as well have it run for longer, I guess. Just casually nuking all the resources we have. And I might be wrong, but this is kind of how it felt at the start of the video. But it seems like we're able to get here better than before, with a little less panic, getting new records. Just gotta survive a little bit more. Ugh. It's getting very congested. Wow, 218. How did you die there? Did you see what was happening? Do we get more armor or reduce bullet speed? Let's do this first. 350. Is 20 points of speed reduction even noticeable? And then reduce invulnerability cooldown here. So hopefully the normal invulnerability is a lot more efficient. But man, those few seconds where we don't take any damage is like, holy moly. Oh, whoa, blue things. We're at 230. It's arrows. Wah! Okay, that's a thing. We can still block those, I guess. Just handling vector all the time. Shouldn't you be on the moon? And there's that again, why don't you give up? But now we got blue resources and they're arrows. We almost made it to 3 minutes there, surprisingly. And that is the income resource that we were wondering about. So we could get challenges right now. Does that give us extra currency? Oh, I didn't even realize that this was the yellow thing. Or maybe I did and I forgot. But we almost have access to that. Is that like a shockwave? It seems like a shockwave. All of those blue arrows are what we need to break the box. For now, let's unlock challenges, which is the last menu in the little bit here. Okay, so we get challenges. Get permanent rewards based on your best time. Wow, stuck, can't move. What does this even mean? We just have to tank it? We can block. I guess that's what we have to do. And we can shrink a little bit to avoid the ones that are threatening to hit us on the edges. I didn't realize the time machine was still in effect. This is weird. But definitely to pass this, we need to save the shield for the purples as much as possible because those go straight for the center. I think they go for the center anyway. And sure enough, there's the purples that go straight for the center, so we need to shield up as much as possible, but it doesn't happen when the shield's on cooldown. I guess we just have to take the L after a minute. We get a little bit of a multiplier to movement speed, but we can get a huge shield maxed out. And according to the achievement, that's a circular shield. And then more armor here. So it can get up to, yeah, it seems like it might be able to get up to 0.5. So we do this now, and yeah, the shield is a circle. Oh, beautiful. Now we don't have to worry about getting hit in the back. And we're almost to 3 minutes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can we get to 3 minutes? No! I was going easy this time. Can you not? Now, I feel like this one here was blocking a bit of progress on upgrades, so we can upgrade that, and we do get more upgrades. Reduce max bullet spawn rate again, and then reduce that. More armor. Oh, we're still not getting regen health from that? But at least we can get this, so plus is less visible. Okay, I don't see how that's a bonus. Although reducing the bullet max speed here still seems like a good idea, so that's maxed out now too. We can see if there's anything out past here. Nope. We just max that out, and we just max that out. So what if we do the suck challenge and then just put up a circle shield all the time? But now we are doing even better that time. Not for our total time, but for in the challenge mode. So our movement multiplier went up. But now that also gave us enough yellow points to go into the lab and unlock the last ability. And it is a shockwave. Charge it up for a few seconds to unleash a deadly shockwave around you. Why don't we put that in place of the shrinking ability? So we charge it up and then... Pow! Boom. Whoa, it does nuke projectiles in the range of the box. Interesting. But it does have a long charge up time by itself. But can we do both? Yes, we can do both, the shield and the shockwave, but it still takes a while for it to actually do, and that was way worse. But we can reduce the warm-up time, which is also putting influence towards the increasing area of effect. I don't even want to know how much damage the arrows do, but I feel like I'm about to find out. What if we shockwave some of the arrows? That seems like a fun time. But man, now we have another thing to keep track of. Ow, okay, those do a lot of damage. Yikes. So yeah, wow, we almost made it to 3 minutes and I didn't even realize. Oh yeah, speaking of, what was the blue text about? Aim at blah, 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 blah. You can guess what they do yourself, get lost. Love it. Oh, the next thing doesn't even show up at 3 minutes. It shows up at 4 minutes. And now let's start going into the cooldown thing here. Oh, I was hoping it would show upgrades. So eventually we can get more speed. Yes. And reduce the max spawn rate thanks to all the greens that we have, or just a little bit. Yes, there is another healing upgrade for the pluses. But the good news is we can increase the income of the arrows using the Cheerios now. And then maybe boost the time machine some more if we put some more in here. Okay, I guess that says high as that goes. So we lose 20% on a hit, so we can get hit 5 times before it fully goes away. And then more of these, we can bring it up to 100% of the time. So it could run as long as our best time is. Although let's be real, I don't know if we're gonna see that. But also, do the blue arrows give us more yellow points? I think they do. But they also hurt a lot more, so yikes. Oh no, I was gonna block that arrow. We were almost at 3 minutes. Is there anything that opens up when we get this? Oh, there is. Increasing charge regen. Okay, that's a given. And we have enough to afford this invulnerability cooldown here, which sadly doesn't open anything. And then I guess more than that, so we can increase the AoE, which is nice. But we need more. And you know what? Might as well reduce it some more. So now we actually have access to this, which as we go on, I think it's gonna be pretty useful. So let's just give a few points for that. And that gives us a sneak peek at max charge. And the reduced visibility on the pluses is interesting. I guess it makes them a little less distracting, is the idea of it anyway. But at least we're able, ooh, that actually charged up super fast. So we can clear out some of the arrows that seem like they're gonna be an issue, especially because we don't have shields yet. Ooh, that was close. Ah, that was not close. And there, what? Just short of 3 minutes again. Okay, warm-up time reduced down to 1 second. And increasing the AoE here should help. It goes up an entire 100 points. Heal when enough bullets hit. Oh, that is enticing. But also costs the same over here. So what do we want more of? It does open up more of this too, but that's also expensive. But we're still looking good. Just have to not get hit by the arrows because those take the most health. And just keep doing shockwaves, which is a super slow recharge. But oh, let's not get stuck in places. And we survived 3 minutes, yes! More shockwaves, please. But a few more hits and that's kind of it. Just gotta survive. Oh no, woo, we did get 330, hey! That was a lot better. Remember to dodge. What do you think I've been doing? And we got 200 arrows, so now we can break the box. Yes! But we can reduce the charge regen even more, or I guess increase it. But now we are completely outside of the box, so we should be able to dodge way easier. Oh my goodness, all this room. And it makes it a whole lot easier to dodge all the purples too. We might be able to get to 4 minutes here. I also forgot to check the manual for what it says at 3 minutes. Oh no, there wasn't anything at 3 minutes, was there? And now the arrows are here, so we can just zip right around them and just keep moving in a big old circle. That seems like the best way to dodge them. But there's 330, so we're already beating our record. This is so good. Wow, I was not expecting breaking the box to make this much of a difference. We're already at 4 minutes.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, where do you think you're going? What is that? What is that? Get back inside. Oh no, it's creating a box. It's creating a box. Oh dear, whoa, and the box is moving. Okay then, almost there. Wow, this ramped up really fast. Shockwave, okay, and then zipping over here. Hi there, Shockwave. Ooh, that was close. Oh dear, it's really ramping up, but we are retaining health. Just gotta keep going in the middle. Shockwave, still too big. What do you mean? I don't have enough for another shockwave. Ah, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Oh dear, wow, okay. Why don't we just calm down a little bit? Oh boy. Thank you for moving out of the way of arrows. Ah, don't have another shockwave available. I have another shockwave available. Die already. It's getting smaller. Shockwave. No! Wow. 451. We were almost there. Ah! More regen, if you please. And then if we increase this a little bit more, no, we don't have enough for this. Oh well, more speed. So we're as fast as we can go, I think. And then even less bullet spawn rate. Oh, that means I have to do all that again. Okay, we're at 4 minutes again with a little bit less than full health, and walking into arrows definitely doesn't do anything. But there's another shockwave there. Gotta manage them as best as we can. And whoa, like that, okay. Oh dear, this is getting a little intense. Need some health back, and then shockwave. Oh, come on! Max out the AoE, and then we can heal when enough bullets hit. Ooh. And then we can heal more. Yes, please. All the more. And less bullets need to heal. Oh, we're not quite there yet. But maxing out this little chain here is gonna be good for us. Need to save the arrow or the shield for when it moves, honestly. And then do a shockwave there. Okay, good. Heal up a little bit, Shockwave again. Good. And then things wait. And then, okay. And then, oh no, we don't have a shockwave. No! That was our best one. Oh, we didn't have a shockwave. So probably put this towards charge regen? Oh, it's still not available. Maybe a shrinking would be beneficial. But then what do I give up? Because I'm using pretty much everything. One more here. There we go. Max charge all the way. So many supernova things. And then reduce their spawn rate again. And that gives us the option to heal more. But we need to get all those pluses back. So with 8 shockwaves, we should have a chance, hopefully, unless it goes really bad. And saving the shield as most as possible, because that's our chance to get a breather and heal. Until we get forced into an arrow like that, because of course we do. Just need to do a shockwave here, maybe. Okay, I think I like that. And then a little bit of a breather, top up the health. And then dodgy arrows where we're gonna get slammed into them. And then, ooh, that was good. Very good, 45 seconds, 15 seconds left. More shockwaves, good. And then wait for the arrows. And then 1, 2, 3, shockwave. Yes, I think we got it. One more. Yes, 5 minutes. Ha, we made it. Oh my goodness. That worked so good at the end. You did it. Now we got the RGBs going on. Okay, what next? I'm finally free. Was that a good thing? I hope that was a good thing. Now what happens to us? You are indeed. And you know what that means? Now it's your turn? What? Whoa, what is going on there? Okay. What happens if we simulate again? Does it just, whoa, it's a little glitchy, but we don't, oh, we do glitch. Okay then. Is it like it's a ring. There's like an area. Should we go for 5 more minutes? Okay, 4 minutes is here. Where do you think you're going? Oh, is that the same thing? And then just a few more shockwaves. Now we're stuck in the middle, but we can shield up to get a little bit back. And then probably shockwave again. Very good. And then a few more because there's more arrows. Just block all the arrows. And then shield up for the last little bit of time and shockwave again. Okay, 5 minutes again. Oh, I didn't realize it glitched the resource menu too. So it just did the same thing again? Okay. But we're able to do it back to back, so that's promising. But I think that means we did it, and we didn't even get to see what all the upgrades were. What does it say in the old notebook? Friendly warning, turn this game off and forget about it. I won't warn you again. And then the end. Thank you for playing. You won and are now trapped inside the game. At least the previous player is now free. Ah, so it's like a recurring thing. Until we hit exit.by. But that was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed Minutescape. Glad we were able to beat the game in full. And I do hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Sub to Intern.